Hey, thanks for coming over to the page, Nights with Mike. I come on here most nights as long as I'm not too tired. I usually put an hour or two of a game and I talk and I just hang out. If you ever want to come by and hang out, that'd be great. Cause all I'll do is really sit here and kick the junk while I'm playing games. I kind of talk about it while I'm playing them. Right now, our current format is Skyrim. Not just any Skyrim, not the vanilla Skyrim, but heavily modded Skyrim. To those who have played the vanilla version and played it recently, you probably recognize that there's a lot of differences in the game that I played compared to the game that came out in 2013. I would like to say that Skyrim is the Neverwinter Nights of this decade, where the modders have just been going crazy and they pretty much made it to a whole new game every couple of years. Not whole new, but they've added $100 of content and armor and creatures and quests and some cool stuff and some kind of sexual stuff that I've tried to avoid, but now I'm really not into that stuff. But the other mods are really cool, and since I'm using them and a lot of people put in a lot of hard work to make these mods, I thought, well, why don't I just kind of give everyone credit since I'm using their mods? And if you're one of the creators of this mod and you're watching this or any of the mods that I'm using, by all means, feel free to chime in, watch, see your mod in action, and hear people hear me talk about it. I'm a kind of a role player. I'm playing my avatar is a Khajiit or hosting to a Khajiit you can get using face rig, a nice little black cat, black is my soul. So yeah, without further ado, I'm just gonna go through these mods real quick so you know what I'm playing. If you want to play them yourself, you know where to get them from. So there we go. Let's pop everything up here. Yeah, here we go. Go back in. All right. So I don't use the Nexus mods. I go straight to the mods here. There's a website where you can actually download and manually install mods. They're hit or miss when it comes to stability, and some can actually like destroy your save game. So I try to stick with the ones offered in game themselves. I don't go to Creator Club Error because that's pretty much garbage. Honestly, Creators Club's garbage. They're just money grabs, in my opinion. All these mods, by the way, are free. Every mod that I use is absolutely 100% positively free. So yeah. So there's absolutely no cost to add all this content onto the game. So it really makes the game kind of fresh. So I'm just gonna go through them real quick, give credit to where credit's due, and kind of explain what each one does in a short way. A lot of them I haven't done yet. A couple of them I just downloaded today. So I haven't seen some of these mods. So without further ado, Isle of Storm, author Omni Jinx. It's an island north of Solitude. There are puzzles. It gives a little bit of a quest that you can do. It's about I guess it's an hour or two, and it gives you a mask and stuff. I haven't done this one yet. I think I accidentally visited the isle once. I was doing another quest. Actually, no, maybe I don't know, but I didn't actually do the quest yet. So eventually, I'll hit this. But Isle of Storm, I'm the Jinx. Looks good. Carved the Brink. This quest I actually did. I actually did it in a previous stream. This author, Haim Projects. Good job, man. Like you guys are seeing. Actually, probably if you were watching my last stream or the stream before last, I think I visited the home that you get at the end of this quest line. Because at the end of the quest, you get this beautiful home that you do whatever you ever need to do. There's got tons of books in it. This is a great place. It's about a 10-hour quest line. I accidentally kind of blew through it because I accidentally wandered my way into the boss, and so I never got a chance to save the goblins. I kind of regret doing that. But it's a fun mod. It's available for all the systems that matter, PC and Xbox. Sorry, PS4. But yeah, it is really fun, and I highly recommend it. Anything that I favorite, I'd probably say I highly recommend it because I've done it and it rocked. So good job, Han Projects. These two, one's just add on the other, and I haven't tried either of them yet, so I can't go into too much detail. The author is 13 Oranges, and it's Pit Fighter. It's basically adds some missions or some quests rather, some unique art items. Excuse me, and it gives you basically it's supposed to give you a chance to bet and fight in an arena which I'm big into combat in this game more than anything. It's got some voiceover work done on it, and it looks pretty cool. I can't wait to try it out. All right, the Brotherhood of Old. This one I'm really excited to do because I actually didn't do the Dark Brotherhood quest line ever before that. This is my first run through. I'm actually doing Dark Brotherhood because the first time Astrid kidnapped me, I was a little offended, so I just killed her, and that kind of just destroys the whole quest line. Instead, you just got to go destroy Dark Brotherhood instead. So this is supposed to add about 12 hours of gameplay, gives you a new home, a new follower, and it's supposed to be really fun. It sounds really fun. It adds on to the end of the Dark Brotherhood storyline. So I haven't gotten to that part yet. If you're watching, you've been watching streams, I'm still kind of in the Dark Brotherhood quest line, kind of digging around, just killing people for fun. Which I'm playing a bandit rogue this time, so yeah. I mean, I can't wait to try this one out. It looks fun. Konoha's Accoutrements by Ed Helsreg. I guess this one takes you to a dungeon, and you can get some new armor sets, and it's supposed to be a lot of fighting and really cool. Can't wait to try it because it's a new one. Just download it, so I don't know much about it, but it sounds pretty fun. Can't wait to check it out. Santaism, a Christmas adventure. Now this one is also a new one I haven't tried yet. I guess it creates a whole new island that's Christmas themed and gives you a new quest line, some bosses, 4 story-based quests, and a new area to explore. Look at that Santa looking dude. I'm really curious about this one. This one looks pretty cool, and if I can get a candy cane looking bow, it'd be all worth it. So yeah, it looks fun. It looks like you put a lot of work into it. And just a little side note, I'm a big fan of the quest lines, or the mods that add like voiceovers and soundtracks, because that just takes a lot of work. So this one has 244 lines of custom voice dialogue, which sounds like a lot, but as you see, some of these mods have a lot of added dialogue and soundtrack. So I can't wait to try this one out. It sounds like a pretty interesting campaign. It says you're supposed to be there at least level 30, but you should probably be about level 50 to get there. I think I'm 35 right now, so I'm ready to go. But I guess it's really hard if you have to be that high level just to go there. And I like a challenge in Skyrim. I kind of run through the game now. So yeah, I can't wait to check that out. The Burning Hearth by Orsted. I guess this is a dungeon. Looks like it's a dungeon. This one I also got today. Yeah, so a lot of these quests, a lot of these mods actually tell you exactly how to start them. It kind of takes away from the immersion for me, so I don't read that stuff. I try to skip through it, but I like to see at least what it offers. I like to make sure that it's at least giving me somewhere to go and something to do. And it looks like this one does it. So, or said I haven't tried this yet, but I'm gonna check it out. It looks cool. The Elder Scrolls Online Imports by Saris Arai. So this adds a lot of gear and creatures and stuff from the Elder Scrolls Online TESO, which I don't play. I already just got into it. I don't know. I played a demo. I was just not a fan. So, but I've actually, if you've been watching my streams, you've seen some of these creatures already, and it's interesting. It just adds a little bit more variety to the game. It adds a few more locations, and it's pretty cool. I mean, I'm enjoying it so far. So sorry, good job, man. Open Civil War. Open Civil War is adds more content to the Civil War quest line, which I haven't picked a side yet. I already decided on Imperials just because I did Stormcloaks last time, and so I can't wait to try it out. But we'll see. Check it out. It sounds pretty cool. This adds more depth to the Civil War storyline, so that's cool. And anyone who's been watching knows that I avoid the main quest line at all costs. I like doing side quests among side quests among side quests. So yes, I'll definitely be visiting that one sooner than later. Trial of the Stone Legion by Entitled 0110, one of a couple of his mods that I've downloaded so far. It's supposed to be a really hard dungeon. Can't wait to try it. It's got its own soundtrack. It has about an hour of gameplay, maybe longer if I suck. But But yeah, it looks like it's a dungeon. It looks hard. It's got some stars, got some favorites, and I'm going to check it out. It looks cool. Immersive Controls. This is one I've been using for a while. Like in my last playthrough, a couple of these mods I had in my last playthrough, and I just kept them on for this one. This is the one that you'll see random fights between Imperials and Stormcloaks and Thalmor and Imperials or whatever. I mean, and Dawn Guard, I guess. And it's I like it. It just adds more people basically on the road. It adds more. It makes the world feel more alive with more people in it, and it's pretty cool. I like it. Inigo, my favorite. Then first of all, Inigo's my boy. I don't know if you know this. Inigo's my road dog. He always rolls me right here. Check this out. Look at that. 7,000 lines of dialogue. Let me repeat that. 7,000 voiced lines of dialogue. That is a lot. Must have took a lot of work. Smart Blue Cat, good job with this. He's a great companion. He doesn't glitch. His quest line was pretty fulfilling, and according to his site, they're going to be adding more to his quest lines. I can't wait to do it. Like this is probably one of the most downloaded mods in Skyrim community, and I can see why. He's really fun. Especially, I actually chose to be a Khajiit this time before I decided to get the Inigo mod. So the fact that we're both Khajiit just makes it all that much better. So yeah, it makes it kind of, because Khajiit is kind of like the black people of Skyrim, I guess, is for lack of a better term. Like no one really likes us, and we're not even allowed to do things. Kind of oppressed. So it's good to have a badass Khajiit with me when I'm sitting here breaking the law, because screw the Nords or the racist asses. They don't even like us. So yeah, it's good to have a Khajiit rolling with me. Quality World Map by Chesco, 108,000 favorites. Let me repeat, 108,000 favorites. That is a lot. That's actually double the favorites that Inigo has, which is a very beloved, you know, download. Basically, or mod rather. It is literally what it is. It's a better world map. It creates a more complex, it adds roads into the map. It makes it easy to get around. I don't know if anyone remember the vanilla game. You kind of, when you went up north, you kind of had a hard way of finding your way out of it, because the paths to get back from the northern coastline back into the main continent are pretty hidden. And with the roads and stuff, it helps. And I've noticed also with other mods, it'll actually flesh out the those maps as well. So it's not like it's like a I guess a JPEG or interactive JPEG that gets pasted on top of it. No, it actually generates a detailed map for everything. So it's great. I really enjoy it. Even another mod I'll show you later, which is a whole new island all itself. I'm sure that map wouldn't be as detailed if it wasn't for that mod. So thanks a lot, Chesco. That's a really good one. Delves of the Stone Legion by Entitled 0110. So Entitled 6 was another one of the mods of his that I have here. This is another dungeon. I haven't done it yet. It sounds pretty cool. It's add some ambient music, some enemies. You know, I don't know how long this dungeon is going to take, but it sounds cool. I want to check it out. So yeah, it says the dungeon spanning 5 cells. I don't know what that means exactly, but I think that means it's big. All right. Skyland, landscape texture by John Rose 81. Let me go ahead and favorite this now, because I haven't favorited it yet. This is another one I had in my last playthrough. It just makes the game, essentially in one sentence, it takes a game made in 2013 and makes it look like it was made in 2017. It is a beautiful, it just makes the world more beautiful. If you watch my streams and then go play vanilla, you'll notice it doesn't look like, vanilla game won't look like this. It just makes everything look better. So highly recommend it. I think most people who run mods run this one. If you don't, you should. Yeah. I mean, there's other texture mods out there, especially on Nexus website. There's you can make it more cartoony or more darker or more gory, or you can take it out either one way or the other. But that one is my favorite. Enhanced Blood Textures by D Definder. I had this one I just downloaded today. I can't wait. Long story short, it makes blood bloodier. It makes it more realistic based on damage, how you fall, how you're damaged. It adds physics to the blood, I guess is the best way to put it, which it's cool because then once again in vanilla games you kind of get tired of everything kind of looking the same. Well, now it doesn't. So and you can get different color bloods with different creatures. So that's pretty cool. The Midden expanded. All right. So the Midden is basically this is basically a mod that has dungeons under College of Winterhold and somewhere else. And I haven't done the College of Winterhold quest yet. I'll see it goes. But it sounds pretty cool. It says about 2 more hours of gameplay added in. And I like new dungeons. Spoiler warning. See, I don't like reading the spoilers. I don't like being told where the dungeons are, or where the quests are to begin, or how to begin them. I kind of just like walking up on them for immersion purposes. So, I'm a role player. So, yeah, it looks pretty fun. I haven't done it yet. Can't wait to try it out. This is by Easier Writer. Climates of Tamra. I'm a big fan of this one. I guess it's got some awards. Long story short, it makes everything prettier. It has fog. It has variations of weather, blizzards, storms. I don't know if you saw my last stream, but that storm was intense. I'm a big fan of this one. I'm gonna go ahead and favorite. This is by JJC71. Good job on this one, man. It essentially just adds more weather effects, and and the pouring down rain, it really is. It actually makes you want to think about getting out of the rain. Balskar. What do I say about this one? Well, I started this one actually before I started streaming, so I definitely got to revisit it for the sake of the stream. It adds a whole new island, 30 plus hours of gameplay, 9 main quests. I mean, it's fun. I got a little peeved because towards the end it glitched out. I think it was having a problem and it wouldn't let me finish the final quest line, which kind of pissed me off. Apparently there's a fix out, but I don't know if that was before or after I started it, and I guess you have to reload a new game or whatever in order to get the fix to work. So that probably won't happen, but I'll revisit it for the sake of the stream to at very least see if yeah, see if that worked. Hey, I got a follower while I was making my video. Thanks for that. Support small streams. If you're a streamer, you want to follow back. Hey, we're out here. We love each other. I don't just follow people. I'll go watch a stream. You're playing a game I want to see. I'll come in and I'll chat it up just like I'm chatting right now. Like I'm a talkative person, so I get streams popping. So yeah. Wet and Cold. This one's a good one. I like this one. I didn't notice it at first, honestly, but once I did notice it, I couldn't stop noticing it. It basically gives audio and visual effects to various weather situations. If you're wet, you get out the water, you're gonna be dripping. You're gonna be walking around, you're gonna be soggy. If it's cold outside, you're gonna see your breath. It'll. And if you walk going through strong winds, it'll make you slower. Like it actually makes you feel like the weather actually has an effect, and like even the people dress differently based on the weather, not just your character, but the NPCs as well. And I like it. Izoku created this one, got a lot of favorites. I think I'm gonna go ahead and favorite now that I've experienced it and I know that I enjoy it, and it's a good one. Relationship Dialog Overhaul. Now, I've never married anyone in Skyrim any of my run-throughs. I haven't really barely touched that part of the game. But since this may be my last time playing it, unless Beyond Skyrim really takes off and they really do, create a whole new. The plan is basically in Beyond Skyrim is to create all of Tamriel, not just Skyrim, but Morrowind and all the other places. So that's going to be huge. So this is a lot more mods coming down the road to make this a completely different game. But this particular mod made by Clouded Truth is supposed to basically add more depth to your relationship with the NPCs, more depth. Sorry. So I can't wait to try this one out. It sounds like it's gonna be fun, and yeah, maybe I'll marry someone this time. I don't know. I mean, yeah, some girls at some bars chatting me up. I may have to check them up. Arthmore created this one, Cutting Room Floor. Arthmore, I don't know if he's official Bethesda or not, but he also created the unofficial Skyrim Special Edition patch, which everybody uses. Most mods actually depend on it. But long story short, it adds villages and people and things that were cut from the original game. And it's not fully fleshed out. Like there's a lot of new little towns, but like there's nothing really to do in them. But like if you're in a vanilla game, you notice that there's a lot of walking around in the wilderness. Like it's just good to have a couple extra towns here and there, kind of break up the monotony. So I kind of like that one. Speaking of which, another one, unofficial Skyrim Special Edition patch. You know, hundreds of hours of gameplay. You know, fixes a lot of bugs, updates a lot of graphics, etc., etc., etc. Basically, it's like if you wrote a book as an indie writer and then you sent it off to an editor. That's what this does. It basically makes everything prettier, shinier. You know, adds a little spit shine to everything, and it's good to go. Now, anyone's downloading mods, using mods, 226,000 favorites. I've never seen anything and get anything close to that many favorites. So I'm assuming everyone that runs mods on Skyrim runs this mod. So it's good to go. Definitely gotta have it. Good job, Arkham. The Forgotten City. This one's a fun one. I did it in my last run through. This is actually one of the first mods I downloaded that that added, you know, that there was actual quest line all on its own. It's actually a temporal quest line where you go back in time and you got to do something, and I don't want to spoil it because I'm definitely going to revisit it in this new playthrough. It's really fun though. You see running a war here, the Australian Writers Guild Award 2016. Modern storyteller, good job, man. Like it's a good story in general. Like if you like Star Trek and the temporal episodes and timeline episodes and stuff, then you'll like this the Forgotten City. It's fun. It has about eight hours I think of gameplay, and there's multiple endings as it says, and it's like I don't know if you played Bandersnatch, you know the Netflix Black Mirror episode. It kind of feels like that, where you know you can keep going back and trying to get the right ending or whatever. It's pretty cool. I like it. Alternate Start, Live Another Life, another one by Arkmore. This one essentially allows you to skip the vanilla, oh, I got captured, oh, they're gonna kill me, oh, here comes a dragon, beginning quests that you have to do over and over and over and over again whenever you start a new game. Like, you know, that kind of gets boring when you do run throughs, having to start the game the exact same way every single time. And this one gives you the opportunity to start it different ways. Like, I've only done it once so far. Like I said, I started as a bandit up in Winterhold. So I started with a bandit camp, and I actually started a game with a bounty in Winterhold because obviously I'm a bandit. So and so it adds little gameplay elements, and it also kind of lets you sidestep the main story, because if you're like me, you just want to sidestep this main story, you just kind of live for a little bit before all the intensity and responsibility of being a dragonborn. This one's a really good one. All right, last but not least, just download today. Black Beach Railroad. For those of us who don't like fast traveling, this mod adds a train, an underground train station that lets you ride around Skyrim much quicker than you would just, you know, walking or riding a horse, which horses are impossible to keep up with in this game. I don't know why I keep getting them. And it actually adds another house. A lot of these mods who actually add followers, I kind of skipped over that because I have the best follower ever existed, Inigo. I really don't need anyone else, but like and this was made by Trainwiz. Thanks Trainwiz. But like, the Inigo, I mean not the Inigo one. The which one was it? Was it Isle of Storm? No. I forget which one it was, but there's other mods that add a follow. You'll see I have an imp follower. He Carved Brink, was it? Yeah, Carved Brink. That's how I got the imp follower. And it's interesting because I'm curious because I don't know how many of these followers you can have, because modded followers in the vanilla game you're limited to one follower. I've learned that modded followers you can have, so far I've had 3, and I'm pretty much walking around with an army. As if you notice, like I don't really have too many problems getting around, because anytime I have a problem, I just kind of step back and let my followers jump the dude. But that's getting a little easy, so I'm starting to ditch him. But I'm always going to roll with my boy Inigo. But yeah, these are the mods that I'm running. So if you're curious, if you want to try something out for yourself, they're all available directly in the PC version of the game. All you got to do is go down to mods, and it logs you in, and you can go through and pick mods. and that's basically how I play through the game. So thanks for hanging out with me, and thanks for listening to the explanation if you're still watching. And hey, well, I'm about to go ahead and start streaming now. So if you're watching this in a recording, you can always just, look at my other videos, see if I'm live. I'm live usually most nights at or after 9 p.m. And if I'm not going to be, typically I say something. But yeah, I think tonight I am not going to stream because it's already late and I've had to do 4 takes of this to get it right. So it's getting kind of late and I got a lot of stuff playing tomorrow. But yeah, feel free to tune in. Thanks for tuning in with Nights with Mike, and I'll see you at the